All right, so it's been about a week since Apex made the announcement that they're going to be enforcing some of their core policies in their funded accounts. I have not made a full reaction video to this yet. I just haven't had the time. I've been busy with work, and obviously there's a lot of confusion. Everything was so hectic, I just never had the time to fully make the video, but I will at some point in the future. However, I did talk about this on my live stream, so you could ask me questions there. I go live every single morning, so you could check that out. But today I'm going to show you guys a compilation of some of the trades I've taken so far since the announcement has been made last week, and it's going to give you an idea of how I'm going to be trading moving forward. So the format is not the best moving forward. I'm going to be screen recording the trades. I'm going to make a nice recap every day or maybe every couple days, combine all the trades, and it should be fine. Again, my channel has never been about trading strategies or teaching anyone how to trade. If there's, I'm just sharing my journey, but if there's anything to learn or take away from my channel, is the fact that making $200 to $300 per day is a game changer when it comes to payouts with a prop firm like Apex because of the multiple accounts that they allow, right? So Apex is still by far the best prop firm. It's still the easiest to make big payouts happen with the least amount of effort. With a single account, private account, like a self-funded account, you have to make a lot of money to make a lot of money. With the prop firm that allows one or two accounts, you have to make a lot of money to make a lot of money, right? Versus with Apex, you could make $200 to $300 per day, which equals to $4,000 to $6,000 a month, which is great, but now it gets multiplied over how many accounts you have. Now, again, I will make a video talking about the policy rule changes, even though it's not really changes, it's just more enforcing things. I've been trading with Apex the same way since last year, so I've never been denied a payout. I don't know anyone that's been denied a payout for trading the way I was trading, so there was no reason to change, but now there is a reason to change and adapt, and trading is about being able to adapt. And again, my main trade, opening range trade, was 21 ticks. All right, it's the NASDAQ gives us opportunity throughout the day. I could find 21 ticks somewhere else, but let's go into the trades and show you guys how I've been trading since then. And I actually had a couple good days, and today was a break-even day, so we'll talk about some of the trades. Now, again, the formatting of the recording is not the best. I just downloaded the live stream, except for this trade. This trade was at the end of day today. It was already off stream because I had to hop off earlier, and I took this breakdown here on the reversal, and it worked out really nicely. So moving forward, this is going to be more of the formatting I'm going to be showing. However, the stop loss and take profit for me are going to be about 40 ticks for most of the trades, and I'm going to be copy trading around 3 accounts at a time. We'll see how that changes over time. Obviously, last Friday, if I would have copy traded all of the accounts at the same time, I would have made way more money than I ever did. So I think there's going to be a lot of positives to take out of this, so I'm not too worried at all. All right, so here I took the trade and then broke down much lower, but target was hit. Now this is price action from Friday. All right, so I'm going to take a trade here momentarily, and this is going to be one of those trades where I will get out break even. So once I'm in profit a little bit, sometimes I decide to just move the stop to break even if I'm not fully sure about the trade anymore. Like here, I'm up about 5 points, so I decide to move the stop to break even. It pulls back more, it stops me out, and I look to re-enter. So I would have never been stopped out on the initial entry anyway, so it's the same thing, same trade, but re-entered, and this was a nice winner there. Again, just missed the profit targets. I moved the stop to break even there, and ends up working out. So protecting myself there with the stop and trailing stop actually, and it works out. So that was a nice trade right there. I did actually take it off earlier, I just noticed. So I made $152. So I missed out about 50 bucks there because I manually exited the trade. But I'm going to be making like a compilation like this where you could see, more of the price action from the day. So that way it makes a lot more sense as to where I'm taking the trades, because location is very important in my opinion. But here I'm going to have a double bottom trade that I'm going to take, you know, almost an hour after the last trade. So I'm waiting to see if there's going to be some buyers coming in, and I see that it's holding up, so I jump in. And this is one of those trades what, you know, I used to chase back in the day, and I still do sometimes actually. So moved my stop to break even pretty quickly. I mean, again, I was up 5 points, moved this to break even, and won on that trade. So up 1851 on the day. Because I also took a trade at the open that day, but it was a different type of trade. It was just a manual trade. I just didn't have the stream up yet, so I have a recording of it. I could show it, but it was just a regular entry. Market opens and I get in the same way I'm getting in now, so it wasn't like the regular opening range trade. I'm gonna take one more trade here. This time I'm not gonna copy trade. It's gonna be an individual account, but same concept. You know, broke the lows actually this time, so it's not a double bottom, but there's a lot of support there. So I use discretionary price action. So that's how I'm going to be trading. So it's not, again, teaching anyone how to trade. It's more so just showing you my trades. So here I, again, was not 100% sure how I like to trade. I moved the stop to break even, almost got taken out. Thankfully, it didn't take me out. And I finished the day very nice. So I was up $2,000 on my Apex accounts there. All right. So it shows me that, you know, trading like this is going to be just as good as previously, and then using stop losses, I might be able to keep the accounts a little bit longer. Now that I have so many payouts, it's not too bad. All right, and this is today. So today was a little bit rougher. The price action wasn't as clean, and I missed the first 30 minutes or so. Busy weekend of work, and here I'm up, you know, about 5 points. I stop out break even, and I made a mistake here, or at least I learned a lesson here that don't re-enter as fast, because I re-entered here, but that's what I did kind of before, but I'm re-entering much lower now than I did before, and I end up getting stopped out here. When the initial entry here, this would have won, right? So if I never took that stop here for break even, I would have never been stopped out and I would have won on this trade, versus now I'm going to take a loss. So it's a much big difference on how the day is looking. I'm going to take one more trade, I think, here, and I'm going to be up quite a lot, and then it's going to be a break-even trade. But today was a break-even day, so the first trade I showed on the video was actually from today after this trade. So it was just the cleanest recording, so I used that first for editing purposes. But here I'm going to be up quite a lot. So obviously going from scalping, this does take some time to get used to, because I'm up almost in every single trade. And this is why I would scalp, because I'm up almost in every single trade. You know, at least a few points. So if I was scalping, I would actually be up pretty much in every trade. But here, you know, it just misses me. So I set the stop to break even, and I moved the target even lower, and then it bounced, so I got out. But overall, that's how I'm going to be trading moving forward. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal when it comes to changes and updates or enforcements. I think everyone has to adapt a little bit. Trading is about being able to adapt, and, you know, there's a couple things that you can't do clearly, and you just have to avoid it. I don't think that's, again, that big of a deal. I'll make a video about it, because there's things I want to, you know, talk about why I traded the way I traded, a little bit more detail on how I used to take the opening range trade, which I think it's a legit trade. So even though they are not allowing it anymore, that's fine. I totally am okay with that. But the way they describe the thing kind of makes me, like, not upset, but like it's kind of weird that they say like the opening range trade is not a real trade. Like, how is that not a real trade, right? I have so many examples of how I'm using a previous range to take the trade, and I could really take the trade manually as well. And I might moving forward. Not right now, but moving forward, we'll see how it's gonna go. And once we get more volatility in the market, because obviously right now the volatility is pretty low, so there's a lot of fake outs at the open. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see a full reaction soon, or if you don't care, then just tune into the streams and we'll talk about it there. Again, just adapt and face the mirror, guys. You know, there's a lot of people that were, using the prop firm as, to their advantage as much as possible. I don't think it was. I don't consider this abuse. I think that's something that's been talked about. I think there might have been someone or some companies out there that were making schemes where, because realistically nowadays with platforms, you could log into multiple Rhythmic accounts, you could copy trade for other people, right? So that's kind of where it could get very sketchy. It could be like a paid service or something like that. So maybe that's what was happening. Again, I took out $200,000 out of Apex out of $75 million this year. I don't think, it's just me. And some people think it's just me, and I don't think so. So that's, again, a topic for another day, for another video. I got to fully just lay everything out that I want to talk about in the PowerPoint and talk about it. But for now, again, the most important thing is that it's not that big of a deal. Finding 21 ticks or 40 ticks in a day per account should not be that difficult, all right? I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, 90% off is ending this Thursday, code Alpine. Now, if you want to get funded and be ready to go for June 1st to June 5th payout, you have to pass the evals today, which is May 21st, all right? So don't rush though, there's no point, but just so you know, a lot of people ask, oh, like, how do you know what's the last time to get, like, I'm gonna be doing more evals today for that reason, for example, right? But that's just some of the things I use to my advantage, and yeah. All right, guys, I'll talk to you on stream. Take care.